back to TMZ Sports. I'm your host, Mojo Muhtadi, and today I come to you from the locker room of the Jacksonville Jaguars Stadium with the greatest tag team in pro wrestling history, FTR. My guys are here with me today. How we doing, fellas?
That's why you're our guy,
Dude,
Mojo.
I thank you for having us. I'm so glad you did this. You did it. You stood with the wide stance. So you look tall.
Yeah, we actually have our legs spread a little farther apart. Dean here looks taller than us.
My guys, I've been in the ring with them. They pack a punch, packing a big punch tonight because this Saturday you got a big six-man action, TNT, HBO Max, right?
Not just 6-man though. 6-person. This is the first time ever we've stepped in the ring with women.
Couple
I'm kind
of
of scared.
rods.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid about that. But it's going to be myself, Cash, and Megan Bain.
The Megasis.
Yeah, who's about as tall as you are, against Jet Speed and Willow Nightingale. So this is going to be a fun one for us.
All right, well, intergender match. How does that change the game plan? You said it's a first for you, which is kind of hard for me to hear because I figured you guys have done it all by now. But
No, I've never wrestled against a woman, but my game plan is to not get in the ring with a woman because I'm sure if she wanted to, she could knock me out. And that would be very embarrassing for me.
Yeah,
So,
we have our enforcer, Megan Bain. That hopefully that should clear up any confusion with what Willow wants to do this direction. And we got Penelope for it out there. And if we need, here Big Stokel, if needed.
Big Stoke, big fan of TMZ, by the way, friend of the show. I know we got the big one Saturday, but for selfish reasons, I got to take this back a bit. Cope and Christian, you guys just had a mega match against them. I mean,
yeah, we were in Toronto, almost 15,000 people in Toronto for All Out, correct? All Out?
Yeah.
And we have so many pay-per-views I can't remember. But yes, one of the greatest tag teams of all time, Adam and Christian, also known as Edge and Christian. Big fame from the other company, created TLC matches, and it was an honor for us to step in the ring with them in Toronto in their home country, hometown, home state, home city. It was a dream come true for
Their
us.
first time tagging up in 21
15,
years or something
20
like
years,
in
yeah.
Toronto. So being able to be in Toronto in the ring and part of that match was really cool. And the fact that we pretty much gave Adam his career back. We helped him get over his neck injuries. We strengthened his neck enough for him to come back from retirement. So you're welcome, Adam. So to be able to have that match in Toronto after all the history that we have together was really cool.
Yeah.
But speaking of history, do you know our TV debut was against you?
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
The mechanics at the time,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
We took a big loss, big surprise.
Mojo
Well, I
and Big
used to be
Bull.
cool at one point. I mean, we're long past those days, but it's kind of tough ones.
Yeah,
Join
so-
the club, brother.
So
That's what
I would
happens.
say our TV debut against you guys and Adam and Jay are right here. It's
I'm not offended by that. That's okay. Guys, I already talked about it. You guys have won titles everywhere, all over the world. A match like that, did that feel different? Did it feel, you get nervous at all? Like, what's going through your head?
Yeah, I think we get nervous all the time. I mean, I think you know this. We love wrestling almost more than anything in the world, and we are just blessed and fortunate to be able to do this for a living. So if we didn't have nerves, I don't think it would be worth going out anymore. But being 10-time World Tag Team Champions across WWE, AEW, New Japan, AAA, and Ring of Honor, of course, those are big accomplishments for us. But guys that we grew up watching who redefined what tag team wrestling could be, and we were able to wrestle them in their first match, their first match back as a tag team in 20 years, a couple of decades. That was pretty cool for us.
yeah. For us at this point, like you said, we've accomplished quite a bit. Like title-wise, we've done a lot. Match-wise, we've done a lot. We've wrestled for every company we've ever wanted to wrestle for. So now it's about bucket list items and matches and moments that we don't have yet. And Toronto with Adam and Jay, that was one of those moments. That was one of those things where it's like, all right, we don't have a whole lot left we need to accomplish to say that we've done it all, or at least fulfilled what we wanted to fulfill. And that was one of those last ones where it's like, all right, because the timeline between Adam having to retire and Jay having to retire, then we were at different companies, and now everything lined up perfectly to finally happen. And when it does happen, it's in Toronto. So it's like, you can't tell me that that wasn't meant to be at some point. Like the fact that for 10 plus years now, we've been talking about having that match, and when we do finally have it, it's in Toronto and it's in their hometown, and they get that moment. And we may have ruined it a little bit. Just a little spritz on the parade, I would say.
Is there anything left on the bucket list that you guys can chat about, or is that close to the chest? I mean, you said it. There's very few things that you haven't done.
No, I think for us, I think the bucket list for FTR is probably already full. I think our bucket list now is for AEW to continue to take AEW to bigger heights. And if you look at the 5 years we've been here and the 6 years that they've been in business, AEW, it's grown exponentially from having one show that was 2 hours to having 2 live television shows on TV every week on TBS and TNT, HBO Max now, having live pay-per-views every single month. Just watching the company grow is what our bucket list consists of now. Of course, going along, we want to continue to prove that we're the greatest tag team in the world and have the greatest matches in the world, but I think above all that, we want to continue to help AEW rise and just become a force in all media entertainment around the world.
Yeah, for me, I feel like there probably is 1 or 2 things left that I don't have written down, but when it happens, I'll be like, yes, this is something that I've needed to do. But like he was saying, a lot of it now is just helping AEW succeed and making sure that 10 years from now, 20 years from now, there's always going to be competition because wrestling and the locker rooms thrive off of it. It's so much healthier as a company, as a sport, as a profession for all of us. Like, it's helped everybody across the board. So I want to make sure that that doesn't go away, so there's never a monopoly, there's never something where it's just one person reigns supreme over all, and it makes everything harder and less enjoyable for us, because that's the other thing. As long as I'm still having fun, I want to wrestle. Like, it's still fun for me. Like, it hurts, but I'm still enjoying it. And like, we've recently added Nick Stoke, and I feel like that's been like a huge injection as far as like enjoyment for us, because he brings such a different element to us, and he's so entertaining. Like, I can't help but just watching him when he's angry or trying to be funny. I find it all entertaining. So yeah, just enjoying it, man, having fun, and just making sure AEW is going to be around for the long haul.
Last question. I know you guys have a really busy day. One of your biggest assets to any organization that you work with is that you guys is that you guys can mentor and coach just about any person in the locker room. You can take these young talent that just got here and bring them up to your level, make them look like pros. Who are the young talent? Who are the young tag teams in AEW that the world needs to keep an eye on?
Well, I was telling Cash today, one of the best natural talents I've worked with in 21 years of my career was Kevin Knight, which is who we will be wrestling on Saturday. But he is incredible as far as timing and ring positioning and footwork, an innate charisma about him. He's got the look. He's going to be a big star for sure. I texted Tony right after our match and I said, this is the guy that we're going to build our company around in 5 years. And Tony agrees with that. I think he's incredible. I think, it's crazy to say a young talent because she's been around for a while, but Toni Storm is still very young. She's only like 26 or 27.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we're building the company around her now, but I think she's going to be able to do this for 10 more years if she wants to. And then on top of that, we've got people like Julia Hart and Sky Blue too. They're both incredible, and it seems like they get better every single day. And maybe one of the best wrestlers in the world right now is 26-year-old Kyle Fletcher. Mm-hmm. That's somebody that AEW is going to have in their back pocket for another 10, 15, 20 years. So I think if you're looking for young talent, right? If you're looking for young talent to build your company around, build your brand around, I don't think there's anybody in the world that has the young talent AEW does. I think we use older stars, such as myself, such as Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. We use the older stars for the right reasons, and that's to get the eyeballs on the product. But then we also integrate the younger stars with those older stars to help elevate them, and I don't think anybody does that any better than AEW.
Yeah, he named all the names that I would say also. I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head.
Everybody else sucks.
I would say, besides them, the next best up-and-coming young team would be us.
Oh God, I hope not.
Decades left in the tank. You boys are never retiring.
We're just getting started.